Okay, so the next step we think here is going to be to add this right in here where we have a fireplace and an indoor barbecue. So the indoor barbecue is basically like the barbecue you would have outside, except it has where it has an area for the smoke to go up and out of a chimney. You don't see them too often, but it's in the plans of this house. So we're going to look at this and go, all right, so that's 3'6" wide right here, and it's the basically the same width as this hallway. So that would be a wall that would run into, so a brick wall there, and it comes out this far. We're going to assume that 3'6" is about what they want to have right here. So that's kind of a minimum. So let's go back to our area here, and we could go a little wider to that part right there if we wanted to, but we'll go a little bit farther than that. Let's offset. Right now we're going to offset 3'6" and go from here back to there. So now that's where 3'6" would be. So we'll just draw a line that goes from here down to here, cross over to here, and back up to there. We don't need this to be there. It's going to throw things off for us. We might want to do something here too where we take, just to get rid of that line so it's not confusing, and click trim, right click, and get rid of whatever's beyond that. Alright, so that basic shape that we were looking at right back here on our drawing, this is the basic shape of a fireplace when you do this, and then the hearth usually sticks out about 1 foot. Beyond that, sometimes they're larger. So we'll stick this out here. We're going to go, wonder if, let's look at Lowe's real quick. Lowe's.com. Let's see, fireplace. I wonder if they have any insets. That would be kind of what we're looking for. These are all gas. So I'm just kind of looking just in case. Let's see if I can find something else. Alright, so if you didn't notice, I paused. Well, you probably didn't notice. I paused the video for a couple seconds because I went and searching for something like this. This is what we're looking for. Alright, so in this case, what we want to do is we're going to try to make our own fireplace. So we're going to look at some things we want to know, like, we know this part right here doesn't make a difference how long it is, but we do want to know some of these other things, like E. Where does it say E over here? Is there no E on that? Well, look at that. So B is that width right there. Okay. So 8 inches when it's exterior. So this is not, it's an interior. So that's to do some heat transfer sort of things. It's probably a little less when it's interior, but we'll go ahead and keep this just as a standard so we have something to go by. There we go. So D and E are local code kind of thing. That's what I was looking for. So anyway, we're looking for B across the opening here, and that would be one of these. We're looking for F to tell us what the back wall would be, and that's going to coordinate with whatever that opening is there. And A is going to be the depth, and so you can see there what those depths are. So really that's kind of what we're looking at. So let's go back over here and get some numbers. We know it's 3'6" across this way. Oh, and the other thing we're going to do is with this barbecue, we're going to treat it the same as a fireplace on the in the house also. So let's do DI, find a distance. Oops. DI and enter, find a distance from here to there's 8 foot. So how could we divide that up kind of evenly? We want to divide it up by 2. So if we did something, let's say we did one 8 foot, that's 60 inches is 5 foot right there. So 48 inches would be 4 feet, so that's half of that. So we don't want it to be that wide. 3 foot's probably even a little wide. So let's go down here. We're going to try one that's 30. Oops. Let me back up. I don't want to do that. Alright, I just lost that. So I'll put in Fireplace Standards. Okay. So 30 there. So let's make that kind of shape and see what we can do with. Here, we'll do this. We'll draw a line. Draw a line that goes, say, this way, 30. F8 on. We'll go down 30 inches. We're going to draw another line. Whatever, 30 inches. We're looking for F. That's 16 inches. So we'll draw another line that's, say, 16 inches. Alright, and we know it's not lined up. What we're going to do is we're going to make them centered, because we'll go back here and look at this one, 30 inches. So the depth of it is 16, 18 inches. So let's see what happens if we go here and draw a line that goes from here to here. Let's say it's 18 inches. Alright, so then we can move this from that midpoint to right here. Then we can draw lines that go from here to here, and a line that goes from here to here. Alright, and we can kind of eyeball it now, move this over here. We know that it can't be right on the corner like that. It had to have some space according to the code. So let's say we moved that, hit M and P for previous, and go up this way, say 12 inches. Does that put that in a good spot there? Yeah, that's kind of interesting to look at that way. We might even want to pick one a little bit wider. So let's do that. Let's do it again and pick one that's, instead of 30, let's go 36. Same depth, 20. So it's 36 and 22 with the same depth there. So we'll draw a line that's, say, 36 inches. Draw another line that's 22 inches. Draw a line that goes from here back to here, 18 inches. And move that from here to that midpoint. So I'm just going to move this fireplace right here, over here. I'll move this one now back down to that end point there. Move and previous, and move it up 12 inches. So that looks a lot better, because let's say we do a mirror here. We'll mirror this one. Go mirror that way, right click and enter. And then we can also we'll do mirror again. We'll mirror this using that midpoint there. And this time we're going to delete our source object, so yes. So that works out to be what that barbecue would be. Oops, I didn't mean to erase that one. I meant to just erase this whole thing. Delete those. Alright, so those wouldn't be too bad as far as fireplaces go, what the fireplace would look like. So then let's do this. Let's move this. We're going to click on move, come down here and select that line and move it out, say 12 inches. So that gives us a space there. And let's go this way 12 inches and move this one down this way 12 inches. So we're using the grips to do it. Draw a line that goes from here to here, and I'm just going to copy that line, say from here to there, and we'll do the same as we did before. We're going to mirror that whole thing, mirror these, so it goes over to the other side, and then we're going to mirror that part of it again from here. We'll mirror it according to that midpoint up this way, and we will delete the source object. So there we've got our hearths in the way we want them to be. On that, you don't necessarily on the barbecue part need to have a hearth, but you know, let's just leave it this way. This works out to be a fireplace in each one of those rooms. So I'm going to go ahead and close that because we don't need it anymore, and we'll go back to looking at this. Alright, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to stop that video because that just covers the fireplace in there, and then we'll work on doors and windows here in a minute.